Hello everyone. Sorry I am not able to make it these first 2 days of school. I wanted to give you a general introduction to what we'll be doing in 3D animation. And after I go over the grading policies, you guys will be doing a few drawing exercises. That way I can assess where you're coming from, what skills you're coming into the course with, and how we can go from there. So what you see here is a few characters that have been basically brought down to their essential geometry, meaning that they're just made with they're made with some primitive objects, and you're able to take this as a structure for a character, and then you're able to animate them. So they're all doing a basic walk, and this recording software is making it a little choppier than it should be. But as you can see, is you can start out with a basic skeleton and start animating. Okay, what you see before you is the grading policy for this course. This is similar to most elective courses where, unlike math and English where you have homework and assignments and tests, your performance in the class is what you're graded on. So the big one, even though it says that it's 40% of your grade, participation grade is definitely a larger portion of your grade because this is your daily activities and participation within the class. So listed here, graded on your effort. Being that this is generally a group format, your cooperation with others, your cooperation with me, how respectful you are in the class in regard to the facilities. Are you respectful to the group environment? Your ability to focus on assignments. Everyone learns at different rates, so trying to keep the same pace for all students in class is practically impossible. I do ask you to focus on your assignments, and whether you're making great strides in one day or throughout the week or taking it in baby steps, your participation grade will reflect on your work ethic towards your assignment, your ability to focus on that assignment. Each day you have the possibility of getting a maximum of 3 points for class participation. On a scale from 0 to 3, 0 being the worst and 3 being the best. So at every D day you would get a maximum of 9 points in the course of 4 days because we only meet 3 out of 4 days. The project grade is 60% of your grade. Now the concept of work ethic sort of applies to your project grade and your participation grade. So where does that fall into? It's sort of a fuzzy line. You're expected to work on your projects on a daily basis, and that's what work ethic is. Do you come to class ready to work? The quality of work is not necessarily are you the best in the class. It's not like the person that has the best project always gets the A, and the person that's not necessarily as skilled in this course will always get a C or a D. That if you're able to provide evidence of the learning goal and the main concepts within an assignment, and I can see that you're working on it every day, your project grade will reflect that hard work. And finally, this concept of being a team player and having the ability to give and accept constructive criticism will become an important role within this course. This is not an environment where you're working by yourself. Often you will be paired up with 1 or 2 other people to work on a group assignment. And I need you to have an open mind and respect different points of view. Now I appreciate you listening to this exciting video on the grading policy within this course, and I'm sure it will be the highlight of your day. But now you will start some beginning drawing assignments that will help me assess where you're coming from and how I can direct you in the course of this class. Okay, your first assignment is to look at the chair that you're sitting in. It most likely looks like something like this, right? It might have a desktop attached to it, but you want to think about how you would analyze this object. and how you can best describe this object. So what I'm asking for is a visual description, i.e. a drawing of whatever you're sitting in right now. I want you to give me as much detail as possible and as many views as necessary that you feel are needed to describe this object, which we'll call a chair or possibly a desk chair. You will have the entire period to do this drawing. Tomorrow these drawings will be collected, and tomorrow you will start elaborating on this concept of breaking down an object. So what can be helpful to you is if you want to look at the chair and break it down into its essential shapes. So you have cylinders, tubes, rectangles, ovals, all of these things. You could slowly draw these basic geometric polygons and then bring them together into one thing, or you could do it like an artistic rendering, like you might have done in art class before. But your goal today is to give me the most descriptive drawing you can of the chair that you're sitting in. I have provided pencils and paper, so if you do not have a pencil, the sub will have one for you, but please remember to give them back because we have limited pencils. This work will be collected at the end of the day, so please work throughout the period, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with.